Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are back here with Warframe once more. Just listen to a little bit of a song on the Soma chord there. Classic one called He Who Waits. Don't ask me where I got it from, but it's a good one. Alright. Today, I gotta at least do a couple things. You'll notice... oh, is that good? You'll notice we're on our test fit, which means we're going to be making some changes. And the changes that are going to be planned are pretty much Forma. Pretty much. We decided we are going to finally get something into this Exilus slot for Caliban, because I'm probably going to wait a whole nother year for his prime anyways. I might as well, because I'm enjoying him so much. I might as well invest a few Forma. And that is what we are going to do. So the first thing we're going to do... Bing, oh, bing, bing. Plan. So that is Forma number 1. And we are also going to invest further into the Chlorophyll, which I've also been enjoying quite a lot, especially with Caliban. So we shall be doing this as well. Apparently an overclicker today. Alright, my favorite thing about being MR27 is how little of the time now, when I Forma something, a mod gets removed. It's like it used to be back in the day, like half of your build would like go fwee! And you'd be like, I hope I remember what mods I actually had on there, or had to screenshot it or write it down or whatnot. But that's pretty much the best selling point of being MR27, or ideally MR30 and above, is that when you do put your Forma in, nothing flies off the board. And I appreciate that. But it is 14 hours left of the double affinity weekend, so I figure it's the best time to dump, essentially, I think, 2 Forma in each. So we're going to be forming Caliban twice and Chlorophyll twice, and then going back to the grinding with a slightly stronger version. This also will help the slam version of Caliban, because I'll actually be able to put a Nero set mod on into his aura, which will be nice. I don't usually use the Nero set. I didn't know it was as crazy as it was. Apparently it was quite bugged. I did try it a few times, but it was like, it just seemed like overkill to me. So it was like, okay, I wanted to use other mods, have other things, more quality of life, I suppose. I didn't need to do more than 350 million damage. You know, if you saw the pre-nerf Caliban short I have on my YouTube channel, it's quite ridiculous back then. It still is pretty ridiculous. The damage hasn't really been touched too much because I didn't have the Nero set on, so it's pretty much the exact same then as it is now. But of course, they nerfed the range as well, which is a little sad. But on a Caliban, it means less because he still has the ability to link people. But yes, without further ado, they say it's the Warframe player's favorite mission. Sanctuary Onslaught, although really ESO is the number one, but unfortunately we have to do that because our Warframe is rank 0. Yeah, this is a really fun combination, these two. I took the time recently to try a few other gunblades to see if I like them as much as the Chlorophyll with Caliban. I tried the Vassalok and the Redeemer Prime specifically, and it's so much slower. The great thing about the Chlorophyll is it really only needs like a little bit of attack speed help to be really good, whereas the Vassalok and the Redeemer Prime, it needs some moddage for sure, which is a little unfortunate, but. And the damage just was like not even as good or comparable at most, but had like a lower fall off, or there was just other reasons not to. I think the Chlorophyll is just the best when it comes to this concept of using Caliban as a melee that shoots kind of Warframe. Wow. Too bad we got Corpus, eh? Grenier is always the best, of course. Okay. Got a nuke Hydro doing his thing. Anybody around here? Oh, something spawned behind me. Anyone? I love seeing all those exclamation marks too. Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Oh, we got more. Wham! I think I got killed by my my dagger. It's kind of sad. Oh, that guy was dead. Good day, everyone. Oh. The fabled zero out. It's easy to get 99% of damage with Laravel, but 100%. That's pretty funny. Double attack, I don't need that shit. Let them know I'm coming. Oh, Cersei, it was me. What happened there? How we doing? 1422? Gotta go into the conduit. The other people, like, obviously with the chlorophyll, I don't need anyone to help when it comes to the ranking up. But the other people help a lot with the Warframe ranking. Oh, corrupted. Okay, I thought we were looking at Grenier for a second, but corrupted it was. At least it has some Grenier in it. Whoop. Leaving after one. Shameful. I've done it many times. Hey, at least I refunded my energy. That's it. Give me a little free preparation there. Alright, and we've kept all of our affinity. Oh, I knew you were going to be up there. Good thing I can shoot through with floors, apparently. How well can I do that? Blah, blah. Not that well, eh? Not sure what the punch through is on this thing. There aren't many Eximus types that scare me. But with Overguard, that one isn't it. Too strong. Funny how you don't get any credit for killing people with your melee weapon with Wrathful Advance as a Warframe. I mean, really, the abilities making my gun, or should I say gun blade, do so much that it really should get at least an assist or something, you know, like half of the kill. Like the ability's doing the heavy lifting here. How are we doing? 2918? Yep. Okay. We gotta at least make sure we get to 30 with the chlorophyll.
They are immortal. They can and have faced 1 billion deaths.
1 billion
You,
deaths.
however, do not enjoy the protections of synthesis. For you, failure has real life consequences.
They really should add a steel path version. I don't know what for, but farming something. Oh, nobody? Okay, one person? No, that's just my dog. Nobody got roar. Okay. We were that far away from each other. I do not have any added range on this build. That is a possibility. Because I wanted to get an extra gladiator mod. So I hit it somehow. Got an Atlas in here. Rumbling around, that's one of his. Blew up your... What the... Did you guys see that? I blew up the shield drone thing. It didn't collapse the shield. That's odd. The bubble should have popped. Sir. Such greed, he wanted 2 bubbles.
Data conduit.
Rank 22, is everybody going in? Behemoth is. I mean, we only need 1. I'll bet you this is Grenier. Oh, it's corrupted again. I should try to kill less right now, but I just feel like that's bad manners. Like, everybody's doing this in a group so they could get shared affinity, right? And, you know, help their Warframe and things like that. Because if they weren't, they'd be in ESO, not regular Sanctuary. So if you stop killing because the only thing that you need is actually like your Warframe, it's just bad manners. Just keep killing like you still needed your weapon to be ranked up. Got a little baby roar. Don't worry, that'll be better when we actually get to the next fully ranked situation. Actually, thinking of what I want to put on the X-list. Power Drift seems like half useless for us because Overguard makes the knockdown immunity like pretty much surplus to requirements, but the extra power strength is kind of nice. But at the same time, we're not really missing it per se. So I was thinking maybe I would actually do coaction drift and make my oh crap, what's it called? Corrosive protection. Forgot the name of it. Second. I was gonna say corrupt intervention, but that's in another game entirely. You know what game that is? Good for you. Make that a little more powerful because we don't have any armor strip tools on the chlorophyll version of Caliban at all. clipped him there. Did less damage. Okay. Okay. I think I got killed by Mike. However, rank 26.
Our experiment moves to a new zone.
Oh, they're way over there right now.
Hunter, you are running out of time. Enter
I don't
the
think anyone's
data
gonna go in.
conduit.
Or are they? Oh, okay. Like I said, you'll need one. And we finally get Grenier. Question is are we gonna hit the host migration right now? Would be nice if one of the two people that went through was the host. Oh wait, 3 people. Sick. Oh. Never mind, there was apparently a Grenier behind me. We'll take those. And yes, I can still slam attack with the chlorophyll. I don't know why you would. You can do everything from a distance. But you can do it. Blam, 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 blam. Can I actually shoot through the floor? I can shoot through the floor. Sick. Punch through is great. I love it. Our part is figuring out where to shoot through the floor because obviously I can't see on the other side. That guy abandoned shit. Smart man. Very, very overkill. Okay. Alright, we're max rank.
Enter the conduit now.
I shall warn my compatriots.
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
500. Oh. Gotcha. Kuva new core Rhino. Gotcha. That makes perfect sense.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
Rude.
Good fortune, Hunter.
Why, thank you. That was the same thing I got yesterday, too. 50,000 credits. Woo-wee. Sweet dog. Alright, we do that again. Not a number former. We don't need that. Oh, yeah. That's fair. Do I have a... Oh, yeah, I do. Because I think I do. Oh. Oh, that's fine then. Actually. I do have enough Forma. If you're ever gonna buy a Forma, just buy the 3-pack, because it's always better. I mean, 3 for 35 instead of each one for 20. It's one of the basic no-brainers of the game. Ideally, you want to have, like, you know, crap tons of Forma, but I test way too much, man. I'm a testaholic. I don't take anybody's word for anything in this game. I used to, and then I realized there's a lot of people that say things that might not be true, or try and glaze the strengths of something they're showing you and won't tell you the weaknesses. They're out there. All right. So we didn't even need to actually level this up to get Dispatch Overdrive in there, which I shall be using at its maximum rank. If you were wondering, and you might have seen it, I do have a second Dispatch Overdrive. If you're wondering why I have two ranked up but one not to max Dispatch Overdrives, it's pretty simple. Basically, this is for Warframes that don't have innate Parker velocity increases or movement shenanigans like reduced friction and things like that. And this is for ones that do. Because I find that Dispatch Overdrive with plus 60% movement speed is a little awkward on certain Warframes, and this is basically the level at which it becomes not as much awkward. If, like, for example, you got like a Naja, and his passive, of course, is the friction reduction, and I think it also increases the length of slides. If you have Dispatch Overdrive on a melee weapon, and you're using that melee weapon on Naja, you will find sometimes after a heavy attack hit that you might be running around and trying to, go around corners and ending up finding yourself a lot like a cat on a tile floor, basically. And so I find that annoying as crap. So I I use this one for those. So if you're wondering why you saw two different copies of Dispatch Overdrive ranked up, that is why. I mean, it's hard enough to wheel Naja around anyways, but with Parker velocity or added movement speed or whatever, sprint speed, it can get pretty bad really quickly. And I do have amalgam serration on a lot of my primaries, so I do get extra sprint speed from things already a lot of the time. So I actually do find myself a bit of in the minority on that particular issue when it comes to Warframe community. A lot of people seem to be like just addicted to added speed. Hey, what was that? Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. You bastards. Oh, thank you. I am not addicted to speed. There are definitely like thresholds that I find speed unwieldy. And so yes, I know. Oh, is there a vault here or something? What the heck? Yeah, there's a vault. Okay. So yeah, I'm not one of the many people that just want to get Parker velocity and movement speed and everything they can get. Good lord. I like some, but not a lot. Not too much anyways. That's the thing, is where we differ on the too much part. Yo. Nice gyre ball. The electric hamster.
You wanna hit those high notes? You got a minute.
There's a Warframe that is like top tier, but it takes a crap ton of investment and knowledge to get the most out of gyre. He's really strong. There is definitely a few cases though where she's really not a good choice though. I usually prefer Warframes that are a little more jack of all trades and master of none than master of one or two, but really suck at 3 or 4. Just in general, man, these guys are nuking the shit out of people. I can't even find them half the time. Oh, hi, group. Goodbye, group. But like Caliban, I mean, Overguard is really nice. High health, so it's easy bellicose. So you get nice strength increases, which makes your mods far more flexible. Jesus Christ, what is this map's trying to kill me? And of course, he's just kind of crazy, like his abilities are so strong. for melees. It's ridiculous. I adore this frame because it's pretty much everything I want in a Warframe. That electric proc was quite interesting there.
A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
I meant Gauss. I have a similar love for Gauss. Been a big fan of Gauss since pretty much since Gauss released. All time though, if you look at like all my usage, it's pretty much Frost Prime City. I used the crap out of Frost Prime for a long time. Like back in like, I want to say like 2014, 2015 area. It was pretty much Frost Prime. 2016, 2017, Frost Prime. And he sat down for a few years, and then when I got the Steel Path finally, after getting off my butt and doing the spy and rescue missions that I had left, I realized that Frost Prime was amazing again because, you know, of his 100% armor strength capability. Back when Steel Path was arguably a little harder. So I'm not too sure if that's even arguable, honestly. Yeah, it is definitely easier than it used to be. That being said, I was really happy when I found out that I could go back to Frost Prime and actually be top tier. Meta. Oh, okay, that guy had a heart attack. Too many heart attacks going on. Yeah, but now he's just okay because he's no longer as valuable for the armor strip because armor is not the monster it used to be. No more infinite armor scaling for Steel Path enemies. Enemies? Oh, thank you. Dude, this hole. These holes, man. I'm very talented at almost falling in the hole.
A data conduit is open.
Well, guess we're going. Yo, what's up? All right. That's fine. Target obstructed. The ground. You're gonna tell me that the ground is obstructed by what? Your ineptitude? God damn it, Targeter. I remember when I actually used to use Wrathful Advance as an actual teleport to things. I quickly stopped doing that because of its ridiculousness. The Targeter for this thing is like crazy sometimes. It's just like, nah, target's obstructed, man. I'm looking right at it, dude. It's not obstructed. Nah, it's obstructed. His pinky toe is behind a crate. Good lord. Added 13,000 damage to his health. Oh no! Why didn't he grab onto that? That's probably my bad, somehow. Good old chlorophyll. Wham! I just walk around with my daggers. I can just pretty much kill everything. Yeah, pretty much. Yo, look at me. Okay. Get out of here. That's pretty wacky. Not gonna work. Wee. Only one? Alright, are we going? These boxes. Alright, one. More corrupted. Where's this Jade Xmas going? Where do you think you're going, buddy? Oh, we lost our host. Hopefully this doesn't issues. The migration. Can't quite shoot in a direction and hit things, but kind of funny. There is actually quite a pronounced fall off for this thing. Thankfully, not at a distance there. Ooh, I saw that Blitz Eximus bullshit. Back. Not gonna lie, my brain reverted back to pre-volatile recompense Calero right there, and I got really confused when I pressed the 2 and I didn't actually see a fan of daggers come out. Oh, what do you mean ability and use? That's oh right. I'm an ancient Warframe player. They've changed it too many times, man. I'm gonna start getting like schizophrenic ability recall situations. Back in my day. I wonder what's like the longest back in my day you could say in Warframe. Like, what's the first thing that they changed that was radical? I mean, back in my day, you had to farm the sergeant forever because it was like the newest boss. Here you go.
You are running out
Where's
of
Iron
time.
Ares? Oh, he's over there.
Enter
Okay.
the data conduit.
We're going one more just for the last 5.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
I think I can't remember exactly because it was so long ago, but I think I actually also got MR locked into the sergeant as well for a little while. Because there like wasn't enough like weapons you could earn for free for like a small amount of time. Like you could like go and buy weapons off the market and stuff for like, and then you could easily get over that MR gap. But I remember being like, oh crap, I don't have enough stuff to make the weapons to get to MR or whatever it was. So I gotta just sit here and basically just farm out the sergeant 300 times. Those were the days. back when the movement was legitimately not that good. Like, it's so much better better now. Oh man. Back when there was there was an actual, like, real chance every mission that you would have to quit the mission because you got stuck on a wall. I remember those days very fondly. The amount of walls I got stuck in, it's crazy. Especially when they added the void. Oh man, there were so many buggy walls in the void. Or you'd fall through the floor or some shit gets stuck in the tile set. Used to call it bug frame in my friend group for a long time. Good times. It's nice to be part of the beginning. It really sucks I didn't actually get the founder because I was there. It could have been a founder, but I think it was like just recently I had got burned by another game's founder program, and I wasn't ready to be hurt again. Can't remember what game that was though, because you know it like shut down after like a year or something like that, and I couldn't get my founder program stuff back. I'd like to say that was the first and last time, but I've been burned by a couple of founder programs. Maple Story 2 comes to mind. That was a sad one. And plenty more, gosh. Oh, blitz! Alright, we're fine. Oh yeah, God, I mean, I've been scanned by founders programs so many times. And it's just funny to say that the one time I should have bought it, I didn't. But as I was saying, I digress. It is still nice though to be part of like the beginning of something amazing and long-lived like this at the beginning. You know, to see how far they've come. Really puts faith in the developer, you know, when you can see where they started and what they've learned. D is definitely one of the good ones. Oh wow. Man, this whole tile set has been a fever dream for me, just talking. I have no idea what I've been doing for the last little bit. 28. We go still. The bland. Why are they all hovering together like in a group like that? Fighting back here. Oh. Oh, sorry, buddy. The ring of daggers. We're max rank. We can do other things now. Do a couple of inclusions. Go back to kicking some steel path butt. I just got a little curious yesterday, and I checked. It's like, okay, well, what's like the estimate of when Caliban Prime would be hitting Warframe? It was like August of 2026. Whoa! Okay. I didn't know where that was for a second. And I was like, oh, that's like a year from now. Oh, I might as well just put in this Forma now. Because I'm like, I'm pretty sure for the next year of me playing this game, it's going to be like at least 15% me playing Caliban. Caliban, Gauss Prime, Frost Prime, and probably a little bit more Citrine as well. Because I've been enjoying the dog build.
Will go on without you.
You know what? I should bring the dog build to that Warframe 1999 mission that I had that I haven't done yet. Because it's like kill people with abilities. And that's pretty much all it does. Although, does the dog kill count as an ability? It's a good question, actually. I don't think so. Does it? I mean, there are definitely some weird interactions when it comes to companions and mods that say with an ability. Like Diriga's Arc Coil will trigger Archon Stretch. So is it considered my ability or not my ability? I don't know. That's actually a good question. I'd like to actually know the answer to that. All right, so that one's done. And for this one, we're going to put in Coaction Drift. And for the Slam build, we are going to finally throw in a Nira set. Even though it's been nerfed, still having an extra 150% slam attack damage is still a good thing for a Slam build. I have all the Nira mods, I believe. I don't know what the other ones actually are offhand. Let's see here. Nira. So it's a regular Warframe mod, health and ability duration. That's actually interesting. Health wouldn't be too bad, right? Because that would put me up a tier. And hold on a second. So if I get rid of the stretch and I put in this, that puts me up a bit in the bellicose situation, right? 276 versus 286, so that's 10%. What does it actually make me, actually? So that's 68%. Right. That puts me over a max mult augmented, and it gives me extra slam damage. Not bad. There is actually a third one, but it's for whips, right? So it's kind of useless because nobody's gonna slam attack with a whip. Oh, I didn't get it. That's right. I remember not going for it. Not trying to farm it out. Yeah, so actually I think that is an improvement on the build all told. For the slam. Should be extra DPS. Let's find out exactly how much. I'm actually kind of interested. We'll do a before after kind of situation. You know what? Instead of going to the asteroid, let's start doing the courtyard simulacrum. Oh, there's another one that's actually good too. The mall one. Maybe we should get that one. Because this one's actually like kind of wacky sometimes. Because it can like people can float off into the walls, but at least it's probably shorter to get to. All right. I guess we're doing it after and then before, but all right. 1.5. Then we'll trigger the Incarnon. 11.6 is pretty much the main there. Let's just do that again to see if it's pretty much the same. 13/14, okay. 13/14. Oh, well, that didn't have a Wrathful Advance on, so that was useless. So that's actually from a height. Now slams do more damage from a height, so we have to kind of test it from not a height. 6, 7, 8, roughly. Wait, 2 people aren't dead? You bastards. Alright, let's see this again. Okay, that was 12/15. Such wonderfully diverse numbers we're getting here. I imagine they must have been without roar then, that last slam. The one that was in like the lower than 10 million. Okay, so it's pretty much 12/15 from the down below, whereas it was 14/16 with the height. All right. Noted. Let's see what the difference is here. I mean, the other mod was stretched, so we're not really gonna see any huge differences here as far as losing anything from not equipping it back, so that's fine. All right, first things first, from a height. Oh yeah, we have to get our shit back, that's true. From a height. 5.9 to 6. Six to 7? Really? That's like double damage then. Ooh. Alright, let's see what it's like from not a height. 5 to 6. Makes sense that the actual difference is going to be less because of the multiplier creating less of a 5 to 8. Very interesting. That one's 6, 7. Like differences are less pronounced when the multipliers are less, right? All right. So that's pretty amazing. I don't even think we need to see that again. That's a huge upgrade as far as the damage. Something I probably should have been doing all along. Where's the other Nero? Where are you? Oh, somehow I'm an X-list. That's right. Okay. Nero. I mean, like, everything about that is, like, increasing, right? So we get 10% more strength, so Roar's stronger. Wrathful Advance is stronger. Everything about all my abilities is stronger. Then there's also the passive of the plus 300% damage for slam attacks, which is, like, the majority of what we're doing with this build. So it makes perfect sense that we would see such a massive increase. So it's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And Resolve is in here for the 10% medical crit and the plus 40%, which again brings us into a higher bracket for Bellicose. By themselves, like, it's not worth it. Like, 40% health and basically 11% strength isn't worth, the same as putting in intensify of whichever variant you like, Umbral or intensify or what like that, or even precision intensify, for making that aurora go to the moon. But they also add other things, right? So this has the 10% melee critical chance per combo multiplier. I know Wrathful Advance, it's already handling the crit part. Yeah, but more crit is still better, right? It's still better to have more, right? So instead of having like 1 or 2 exclamation marks, you have 3 or 4 exclamation marks, and the number is again bigger. And then with the slam thing, it's like that extra slam damage is just better. Theoretically, though, could definitely make the case for like something like Precision Intensify, which would take our roar from technically 85.78 to 109.75 at the cost of 551 versus 571 plus whatever the crit from Gladiator. Sorry, never mind. This isn't that version. Minus whatever the difference when slam attack would be. And we could test that too. Let's really min max Kalervo right now. Let's figure this out. So right now we know we're basically between 12 and 17, depending on what height we're doing as far as the millions of damage go. So let's take a look here. Where are the... Oh, they're down there. Okay. Intriguing. I should get the other one that came with 1999. All right. Gotta get our combo up. Activate the Incarnate as we did just then. Let's see what it is from the height then. Oh, we just lost our Wrathful Advance as I did that. Shit. $11, $10, $11. And 11. Everyone dead? Yep. Oh. Pokey. You bastard. Alright. And 11. Yep. 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11. Alright, so that's just like less. It's just less, right? We can tell that it's worth it. Precision Intensify is great. It's awesome. There's a lot of things that are it's good for, but specifically speaking, in the combination of things that this adds, it's just stronger. The extra 150% slam attack plus the 10% power strength is better than 80% power strength difference on Roar specifically, and a 10% loss on this. That just be how it do. That's how the math works out, I guess. Kind of odd when you think about it. You figure 80% should be better than 10% plus 150% damage, when there's already another 150% multiplier that exists. So it's additive to another multiplier. But nope. That is not the case. All right. Just to confirm, to double our tests up. Yep, it's more damage. We are seeing higher damage numbers with Nira's Hatred than with Precision Intensify. Gotta be truth. Now, what about the other builds? Oops, that's not the right one. That's the right one. So this guy, which is the second slot specifically, Gladiator Resolve, is this the odd man out? Again, it's pretty much the same sort of thing. Everything else is like just earned its keep. We know why it's there. But Now we have to think about Gladiator's Revolve versus, is it Precision Intensify again? Probably. I think it would probably be it. So let's test this as well. This time we don't have to be from a height, which is nice. Alright, got our initial combo from our kills. Let's put these guys in. This is going to be kind of hard to read, honestly, because there's so many numbers. So I'm going to try and hit an angle. So 2, basically, 1.93, 2.2, 1.93, 2.2. See if that stays consistent. 2.25, 2.25. Imagine that's because of the corrosive number going up because of our exposure. 2.5. Okay, so it's basically 2.25 and 2.5 is basically our fully maxed damage number versus those enemies. Alright. Well, I don't know why I'm looking at this. I should be in here. Alright, so Precision Intensify. We're going to have to get our initial combo back up as well, of course. So first one don't matter. What are you doing back here? Get out of here. Want to make sure that our melee exposure is at 240% again. 2.5, 2.1, and 2.5. 2.1 and 2.5. Looks like it. 2.1, 2.5. So we basically lost, like, I don't know, like 90 to 150,000 damage on multi-million hit. It's not a big difference. I mean, these are armored opponents, so it's going to be probably the most difference it's going to be. So like 90 to 150,000 damage on a heavily armored opponent is probably going to be more damage on a not heavily armored opponent, right? I think we can all agree on that. So it might be 90 to 150,000 on those guys, but versus like your normal butcher or, you know, rifleman or whatever you say, that could be like a couple million. Not that it's going to matter. We're overkilling regardless with both of these weapons. The difference between these two builds is essentially not much. There's not many creatures in the game. I think that this is going to be an appreciable difference on. Like, basically what I can think of is like non-Netracell void rigs. And basically void rigs. And maybe a few other monsters here and there. Anything that doesn't have damage attenuation that's like crazy. Basically anything that's on the same tier as a void rig that's not in that. I find in Netracell their damage attenuation goes a little through the roof. Normal steel path, not Netracell, sorry. More normal steel path murmur missions, they will certainly help. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is something else. There are definitely enemies in the game that you will struggle against in a slow fire rate, high damage environment. Like the Dedicant and, you know, Netracell, void rigs, lots of bosses, most liches, those kind of things, right? So the higher the fire rate, the higher the damage, the better. You need kind of both. Like not like millions and millions and millions and millions, but you're hitting at a respectable rate while doing hundreds and hundreds of thousands, basically, is the way to go. So the difference between the two things that we're talking about right here, the Precision Intensify versus the Gladiator Resolve, is it is a difference, but it's not appreciable in most applications. It's not really that big of a deal. However, I think we just tested it and found out that one number is smaller. So, I want bigger number. So, yeah, that's why we run and what we're running. Basically. So, yes, in the core fill build, we want Gladiator Resolve just for its multi-purpose role. We don't actually care about our health because we are an overguard frame. It's only to make Bellicose stronger and to get the 10% melee critical chance per combo multiplier, which I believe gets us that extra exclamation mark. So we can get another category of crit. We go from like triple red crit to quadruple red crit. I don't know, maybe even quintuple red crit. I'm not sure. We get a lot of exclamation marks, as you've seen. So, I mean, it could be really easy to look at like mods like Precision Intensify, especially when you have Roar on your fourth or something like that. That's like really, really good, and just think it's a one-stop shop to being the best. Right? It's like, oh, how could this possibly be beat? It's 90% strength on the ability that I need to be the strongest. Right? You think this is a no-brainer. But when you actually bear it out and you test it and you take a look at the differences, you realize this actually isn't as strong as you might think, which is weird to say. There are definitely cases where it is very strong, but a lot of the cases you would think it would be stronger, it is not. Which is interesting, I must say. Not to mention, because of the difference between this strength from here basically being applied on all 4 abilities, you can think of this adding 10% strength 4 times, 10, 20, 30, 40. So as a far more, I guess, equal way of putting the weight, 90% on one ability minus the 40% on all the abilities. So now we only had to overcome the 50% power strength difference, basically. If you can think about it that way. And then, of course, there's the 10% melee crit chance per combo. These are only good when they specifically take you over a break point. I want to make that clear as well. Just because you see in this case that a extra 10% melee crit chance per combo multiplayer has become way more effective for me in this specific case, it doesn't mean it will be better than Precision Intensify in every case when we're using Arcane Bellicose. I mean, obviously, Warframe in general has so many sauces in the mix that you have to really think on like multiple planes of how things are coming together to really min-max anything. But specifically what I'm talking about is you can get a benefit from a mod that has no real outcome on how it affects your build, because it doesn't actually push it anywhere that really helps, if that makes sense. Like, if you're taking your crit with this mod from an like 212% chance to 238% chance, you're still, generally speaking, going to find out that most of your abilities are going to be in the same crit tier. And so you're not actually using it to dip into that extra application of your critical damage, right? You are going to see it 26% of the time more being in that next tier. But effectively, 12 and 38% might not be all that much of a difference as far as your overall capability. But if a mod like this is going to take you from, let's say, 212% to 278%, that's a whole nother ball game, right? You're going from the minority of the time being in that next tier to the majority of the time being in that next tier. So really, it comes down to a numbers game, and I mean that's pretty much if you play Warframe, you should know by now. Even if you're like MR 6 or 7, that a lot of it is a numbers game. Make number go big, unga bunga. I mean, but like that's basically like Steel Path is essentially just making numbers go bigger. It's not terribly different anymore from normal Warframe. It's just understanding how much more you need in your effective health pool to take so that you don't go down, and how much more damage you need to deal to a room in order to keep that EHP untouched enough for it to do its job. Essentially, if like just to dumb it down, Steel Path, the difference between it really is normal star chart is a lot more single target based, and Steel Path is a lot more AoE based. And a lot more of what you do is absolutely predicated on massive amounts of enemies. You're feeding off of the crazy hordes that you're going to be facing. And a lot of the times, Steel Path builds will fall on their face in the normal star chart, but will become an absolute reaper in Steel Path. Because you got to build to what you're doing, right? And that's pretty much true for like most of Warframe's content is building towards what you're doing. But there are definitely Warframes that you can at least get away with the jack of all trade system, like Caliban, where it's like you don't really have to worry too much about whether or not you're doing an alchemy or an interception mission or an exterminate. But there are plenty of Warframes where you do, right? You're never going to take a Baruch to an exterminate. It just wouldn't make sense. You just be like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's over. Oh, I've been moving slow and doing my waves. That's been fun. But like crazy, like long survival missions where Baruch can just like murder everyone around him and feel untouchable. Hopefully not have too big of a team around him, stealing all of his restraints, lowering ability. I mean, there's another layer right there, right? Maybe you wouldn't want to take Baruch to a survival at all if there's a team involved. So it's all about like figuring out the best tool for the job in general, and caring about both sides of the aisle when it comes to numbers. That's really the X factor between someone who can make a build and it does okay, and a person who can make a build that does great. I think is just simply understanding the differences between what you need and what you don't need, and when is a mod actually being effectual and when is it not. And in this case, I think Gladiator Resolve is being effectual, but there are many cases in which case it will not be. Long diatribe over. But yes, we have finally got our base Caliban to a spot where I will be sad to jump ship from him as soon as Caliban Prime shows up a year from now. But he is definitely amazing. I think he might be the only Warframe I actually have two. Nope. Oh, wow, that's so wrong. I was like, there might be. And then I looked at it and went, no, I've 3 Warframes right in the middle here. Frost, Gauss, Caliban. These 3 I have 2 slots for. We won't count that because that's the test one. Anybody could be there. Yeah, there's no one else that's like really needed it, honestly. Or warranted it. There are versatile Warframes, but not so versatile that I would actually want to use. Or that they're not different enough. Like Lavos, I think, is very versatile, but he's not going to really approach anything super differently based off of what he's using. But like, for example, like Caliban, like your Corefield build will be different from your Magistar build because slamming is going to be different than not slamming. Like same with Gauss Prime, the build that you're going to use to support a Felarx is going to be different than a build you use to support a Sampodes. And Frost is just this one's a little more damage sided, and this one's a little more tank sided. That's all it is. I just like it. I like this too much. This doesn't really need to exist to be 100% true to the facts. These two could probably just be configs of each other, but I love Frost Prime so much that having the easy swap between those two ideas is actually pretty nice. But we've done enough sitting around, man. I got some missions to do. I'm going to do a test right here while I'm in a real mission, honestly. I want to find out... What? Drippy couldn't find that for me. What? Okay. Are we in, like, the in-between? Is this New Year's? One second, let me double check. Drippy, why? I guess we are in the in-between, aren't we? Today is... Yeah, okay. Dang it, I guess I missed my window for that then. Is this in fact New Year's? I haven't got my message from Eleanor yet. Oh, night wave rewards. Sick, I will never use them.
Slash and bite. The day is won not with a strike to the heart, but 100 cuts about it.
Yo, Warframe's not the only one to make a reference to the Warriors, by the way, with this. John Wick, the new John Wick movie, has a reference to the Warriors that's very similar to Nora.
Let's get back to it.
Let's get back to it. All right, well, I'm just going to do a mission. I wish it was a Tech Rod or Skuldra. I think it was Tech Rod. I'm going to do a mission just to see if it actually is counting. Well, I'll do that real quick. I'll even go into friends only. Yeah, let's do a Tech Rod survival. Wait, kill 50 enemies while on high ground? Never mind. Solstice Square. There's a defense now? Well, I haven't done this one. Well, let's do this one then. Is it Skuldra? Oh, it is Skuldra. I want the Tech Rot. Is there no Tech Rot Exterminate? There it is. I don't know if it's still going to count, but I do kind of want to see. I've honestly never been here at this exact moment, I guess.
Use all that you have learned.
Meow, meow. Alright, doggo. Oh. I want to start another one? Not right now. Not enough people. Ow. Dude. Oh yeah. Probably should have my survivability on. Probably. Wow, it doesn't spread as easily when there's only like 2 or 3 dudes on your screen.
Starts ticking. Self-destruct. Need to be quick to get the goods.
Once we actually get like a horde of people though, it should be a lot easier.
And so, war makes monsters of us all. But
Give me hordes. Exterminates, man.
Yo! Supply cash crunchy. A further charge or two will
There we
melt
go.
that lot proper.
Good job, dog. Oh, it's still going. Go, dog, go. Nice. Wow. That's just rude. I love it doing hundreds of thousands of damage like that. Yeah, I think it's partly because they decided to create this like super long tile when it comes to 1999, but the exterminates just don't have enough dudes in it, just like straight up. Nice, good explosion. It doesn't really have the meat to chain into, unfortunately. Oh, dog's killing over there. This doesn't feel steel path. This is steel path, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Nice, good explosion. Oh, finally. Wait until I prime them before you make them explode, dog. God dang. This is going off, man.
Damn, cuz. Missed it.
1.1 million just from whacking the dude by himself. That's crazy. What is this guy on? Oh. The sad part is about this is like only 6 or 7 dudes come along, so when the dog kills the guys and then they explode and they all create status effects on each other, it doesn't really go anywhere. Oh, never mind. You just did an explosion right there. But like for the most part, there's not enough guys around. You know? Where's my dog right now? There we go. Good job, buddy. 9.5 million on that one.
Now come on home, fam.
Honk indeed. I mean, he's definitely able to rip quite nicely. I don't see anything counting up, so I can pretty much assume we missed it. We'll have to answer that next year. I guess starts tomorrow. I never really had a build where the dog or the companion in general was so insane that on Steel Path it was just clearing by itself. So I never actually had the honor of being able to answer the question about whether or not it counts as a Warframe ability kill. But judging by where else their abilities count as Warframe abilities, they theoretically should. Bet you it's a way different situation if we go to like one of the survival ones. 8 enemies with finishers. Oh yeah, the defense mission. Is that gonna have enough enemies though? I want like lots. Give me lots. Kill 8 enemies with finishers. All right, we just have to do that, I guess. We don't have to actually complete the mission. I just want to see Citrine versus a crap ton of Scaldra.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
Damn it. You killed him before I could win. I'm not gonna get an orb back. You damn mutt. Thank you. Ah!
Remember that chili con carne I left in the fridge for 2 months?
That's
Let
a
the
pretty.
house scrubbers sit too long,
Oh!
and they'll spawn the
Jeez.
same sort of thing, but, you know, with a crap ton of predatory hardware.
That was
Shoot off any
crazy.
buildup before it converts you to past tense.
The gas procs are actually kind of annoying. Because we don't have like a.
Spores
Oops.
collecting on that scrubber. You need to shoot them off.
Oh, abilities still don't count. They haven't fixed that yet. Alright, fine.
Jaffa.
You serious right now? Should have brought a freaking Magistar.
You're gonna lose that scrubber, bucko.
Should have brought a
If it
Magistar.
gets any worse, it's gonna start making decisions.
Oh man.
My code is working. Hell scrubbers primed. Tech
No,
rock
Apophis,
regurgitating.
no.
Watch out for Scaldra. They want those scrubbers back to protect their own bases.
What are these things made out of? Thank you. Jesus Christ. Where's my dog? Alright, make the boat blow up. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And they have so many stats effects in Skeletor. It's actually kind of crazy. Where'd my dog go down? I honestly have no idea. Oh, you're back. You mind clearing these guys out? Thanks. Whoa. So many gas procs, so little time.
Having another hell scrubber for regurgitation.
Oh, you blew them up before I got all together. Come on, dude. "35 seconds is not as long as it should be."
Told you! I told you to clean your hell scrubber. Now look at what you have to deal with. Nice summer.
Let's go to people over here.
Score count is approaching terminally unfun levels. Activate another hell scrubber.
Bye, world.
Contamination is
Oh, yeah.
off the
Oh,
charts.
doggy, no, not
You need
now.
to
That was
hustle.
like the mother load. Can you fuck off right now? I'm trying to survive. Like, seriously. Oh no, it's violence. Fuck! Violence die, thank you. He turned off my ability. That was kind of rude.
30 seconds and you're swimming in spore soup.
Yeah, I know. I would have brought the Magistar if I actually thought we were going to care about completing the mission.
Acquisitions. Like this.
But yeah, he's pretty much
Don't worry, I'll share.
able to do everything with the Babao, I guess. Well, that's actually kind of low health
Do not collect
for a
200
Babao.
hollers.
'Cause it's taking all that.
Game over, man. Game over. Get to extraction.
He is definitely suffering when it comes to the amount of gas procs that these guys can throw out. Yeah, that's a lot of procs. That's why overguard frames are so good for 1999. Come on, dude. Whoa. What was that explosion? Come on, dog. Just kill anything. I don't know where my dog is anymore. This might be the faction that you do not bring this build to. Holy crap. Seriously, where the fuck is my dog? He's alive, I could see it in the screen. He's stuck on a wall or something? Oh, he is! He's stuck up here! Oh, what are you doing? Hey, you gotta... Hell. My dog got bugged. I was wondering, I was like, there's no way. Oh, hey, he's just doing this, I guess. Is that... can you move that? Maybe I have to force him to... like, spawn through distance. I've never seen this before. He's legitimately just... stuck. He's stuck. That's weird. How unfortunate. Pretty funny I could just sit in this mission for like ever.
What's next?
Because I have citrine. Not that I should, but that was interesting. Definitely makes me want to make one change to the loadout. Because 99% of the time you're not using melees for anything in this build. So the only real use of a melee in a situation like that, where you're never really going to care about your melee, is for missions where you need the melee weapon to clean off things. Which is, the Magistar is the best in the game at doing that on a non-melee oriented build. Just doesn't matter, just doesn't care, it just blasts it all off. So out of curiosity, if we didn't have that issue, how would we have done? Was that the dog just kill himself issue? That was weird. Oh, this is a 215, 220, so this is as crazy as it can get. So keep that in mind. This is the highest level of Skull Drug you will ever actually face. 215 to 220 Skull Drug.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them.
I'm actually going to try and get the finishers if I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to because the dog is going to be killing people. If he actually... How did you get... Oh, right, that's right. I know why you got fire. Ow! Holy crap! Those freaking procs are crazy.
Remember that chili con carne I left in the fridge for 2 months? Let the house scrubbers sit too long, and they'll spawn the same sort of thing, but, you know, with a crap ton of predatory hardware. Shoot off any buildup before it converts you to past tense.
Yeah, their gas procs are too strong, I think. Because both the dog and you are kind of shield-based. A Scaldra might be like the worst possible citrine situation.
Takes care of that.
That's why I love Overguard frames versus them so bad. Ooh, hello. Hopefully we can keep it within manageable levels with our dog explosion.
Good night.
I was a little scared for a second there. Papa, no.
Deactivating code. And success! Keep your eyes out for another house scrubber.
Gotcha.
I do actually have to do the finisher thing. Alright, dog, it's up to you for a bit. I gotta do my finisher thing.
Got a minute to get a health scrubber working.
Damn it.
After months subsumed by tech rot, those health scrubbers still work. Who'd have thunk it?
Alright, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Cheerio.
Let's see if he can kill Violence by himself. Ah! Oh, wait. Oh, he did kill Violence by himself. That's crazy. Ah! He pulled me back into a slash block. That's freaking evil, dude. Alright, we got the bounty. I got that going for us, which is nice. Oh. Ow. Pulled me into the gas, too.
While Scaldra is distracted, I'm taking the opportunity to make some new...
Distracted my ass, dude.
Like this. Don't worry, I'll share.
Pushing me off my dog is the worst,
I
too.
can't ask you to fight me more. But if you wanted to fight longer, I wouldn't say no. cover before they sprout ahead.
Big explosion. Go, dog, go. Oh, nice. He's back. Nice. I got that from there? Crazy. Thought I nerfed slam. Oh, that's right. I did jump really high up in the air. That's right. I don't know what just happened there. Oh, dog killed people without me. Well, that made me feel fine. I didn't even sighted them for you, dude. Okay. Oh, okay. Now he's just being rude, dude.
Spore count is approaching terminally unfun levels. Activate another health scrubber.
Of course, this guy wouldn't take a whole lot. Oh, actually, he did take a lot. I was actually surprised how quickly he was getting killed by that. There are definitely times where, like, it becomes a bit of a problem. And then there's times where he has, like, huge explosion and just wipes the board. It works really well. There's just a lot of XMI in 1999, and a lot of gas procs and shit in this particular faction.
Contamination is off the charts. You need to hustle.
You need a better chart. Where's A right now? Honestly, I don't see A on my screen anywhere. Where's A? Did anybody see A?
You prat.
Oh, there's B. This doesn't tell me where the fuck A is. Wait, are you A? No. On my screen, one of these things called A is needing help, but it's not anywhere else on the screen.
Got a minute to get a health scrubber working.
So, oh, that was a bad shot. Oh no, it wasn't. Nice. Get him, dog. Any of them. There we go. Yeah, look at the damage that guy's taking right now. Ooh, 15 health to that guy right next to him. Where's B again? Ah! Okay. Alright, we could probably get the heck out of here now. We proved our point. You can do it. The dog's gonna go down a fair amount, and there's so many XMI, you're gonna hate your life. But where the heck is the way out here? Oh, okay, over there. It's doable. You can definitely do it.
Spore count is approaching terminally unfun levels. Activate another hell scrubber.
And sometimes the indicators on the screen are super confusing. Like just there when it showed B being is in front of me, but it's 384 meters behind me.
Head directly to extraction. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
All right, so that's pretty much the worst possible matchup for Citrine and Doggy mode. And we still did the mission. Still completed it. Not bad. But yeah, pretty sure her versus Scaldra is a terrible idea. Just don't do it.
Let me know what we're short on. Fold it into the scab order for that hour sector.
She excels versus a lot of people, but Scaldra is a little much. It's a little much. It's funny. It's like I find 1999 one of those expansions where it's a complete dichotomy because it's like every faction in 1999 is super easy if you're using an overguard frame and super interesting if you're not. Overguard frames trivialize every 1999 mission. All of them. But I wonder how bad the defense is. I haven't tried that one. They added that recently, I think, with the new lich system, right? Oh, what am I doing?
Please select destination. Plotting route.
The Steel Path defenses are normally fairly okay. It's Steel Path excavations that are still problematic to me because they just don't have enough HP. So it's like your excavators get like 1 and 2 tapped on Steel Path a lot, which is really annoying. So unless you have like a very specific defense-oriented, well, it's not defense-oriented, excavation-oriented, which is really just defending a squishier objective than defense, like Warframe or Setup or something like that, you're going to have a really bad time. Defenses themselves vary. They're mostly fine, but I am interested to see where it falls. Solstice Square. All right. I'll try everything once.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
Oh no. It's a concert, isn't it? Right. The boy band. Right. Oh, I think I've played this one in the Archimedia, the Temple Archimedia. Yeah, okay. I think I've already done this mission. I used Hildrun. It was at a different angle. Can I reach them from there? I don't think I can. Oh God. My bad, brother. Yeah, this is interesting because it creates this like multi-level issue. Hard to do by yourself, I would imagine. Unless you were like a Slova or something like that. Or had significant nuking capabilities. And look, they're crawling all over the guy. That's Arthur. Not one of you guys. Ugh. That's rough. Not gonna lie. Are you gonna fire him from that angle? Alright. That's scary, not gonna lie. I was very intimidated by that.
Shameful insolence at once.
I hit from there? Die, you bastard. Alright, learn the spawns. Learn the spawns like everywhere. You need like two people, one to do like the rooftop duty and the other one to do like close duty. What's this? Oh, okay, it's a wire. That's why. Or heal, something that heals. Yeah, that would help too. Man, that's rough though.
Hitting the proper.
Oh man, I don't think I'm getting through another wave. Not with this setup.
Enough of this. Ready? A screamer.
Ready a screamer. Oh yeah, these things.
Pray for a purge! Pray for a purge!
Should have quit while you were ahead.
Screamer's not even gonna get here. Die, Screamer. Yeah.
The silence is such sweet music.
Yeah, okay, that is definitely one of the harder solo defense missions. They just swarm from all around. No choke points, they're just at all levels, all the place. Some close, some middle, some far. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I would definitely do that in a group. That would become very simple in a group because then you just naturally fall into roles and get shit done. Or I mean, you could do it by yourself, but you'd have to bring defense-oriented frames, I think, for that one, or a nuke frame, as I said.
Look, don't.
Not bad though. I recall doing that during the Temple Archimedia mission. I only did the one Temple Archimedia just to see what it was like when it first came out, and I do remember that mission being in it. Not the bad. Hildred was actually really good for that because I could just alternate very quickly between firing at the dudes in the air and firing at the dudes on the ground. I felt very useful in that mission. I do enjoy Hildren. She is a fun frame to use. Pretty darn good against Scaldra too, because our pillage cleanses status effects and she can stay in the air, so it's like they can barely get to you If they can, then you can just pillage and be like, oh, ha, most of your damage is gone. Definitely a top tier anti Scaldra pick, I would say. All right, I need more steel essence before that resets. Oh god, when does that reset? Hopefully not yet. Let me double check. Any relay, right? Because I do believe there was a pretty nice item on Teshin this week. See when his shop resets. Hopefully we're not too late. I think we're too late. Damn it, there was a number Forma here. I was slowly working towards it because I used all my steel essence last week to stock up on arcane adapters, which I used most of. Dang it. 2 hours ago, okay. 2 hours ago. Oh, on login. Yeah, of course, that we saw login when we came through. Right. Dang it. Well, that's what I get. I can always save for the next one, I guess. Nothing here I really care about. Stance form is okay, I guess. I already have one that I haven't used. $50,000 Kuvas is me. Do have a couple of things to roll. How much do I have? 3,000? Not that much. Oh well. The hell. I'll grab that and I'll grab the one on Earth as well. Maybe I can do some rolling. Where are you? Ironwake, there you are. No fast travel, why? Gotta remember my way. Rails Donda. Alright, what do we get? A rifle ribbon. And a melee ribbon. Okay, fair enough. Alright, 4 Rivons. This. I wish I could get a better version of this, but this is going to be expensive. Damage, crit chance, toxin, but no minus, I guess, is exactly as good as we're going to get on this one. What does this look like when it's fully ranked up? I mean, it's not bad. On the Latrin Prime, I think it's a little less than that. Because of the disposition. I could just rank this up and see, I guess. But I might want to rank up the Bubonica one more. Although it's me. It's me. I don't know how much I care about status duration, though. Because if I do Bubonica, it's probably going to be like gas or... I guess gas, because... more like blast. I think I'll do a blast build on the Bubonica. I don't know how much I care about status duration. I don't know if I care enough to reroll this one. I do have a couple other choices as far as rerolling goes, though. How good's the Comorex these days? I need to get rid of some of these glaive things. I don't use glaives as much as I used to. Although I don't use glaive prime, that's for sure. Which is what you would be using these on. Should probably maybe like sell a few of these and then reinvest in Dakota ribbons. All right, let's see what we can get on the Bubonica. See if we can get something better than that. Toxin, multi-shot, critical chance, minus status duration. We need to beat that. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. What do we got? What do we got? I don't think we care about recoil. Although the Bubonico does have some pretty healthy recoil on it. Cold puncture. No, we need 3 good ones and 1 bad one we don't care about. That ain't it. Yeah, it's definitely a... I mean, it's both crit and status. I mean, it's 9.3% base per projectile is not terrible. Pretty good, actually. But as I recall, the alt fire, yeah, is much better. It's 57%. Yeah, we definitely want our status chance. But we definitely also want a crit. I hate it when it says cycle riven into current slugging. Sometimes I'm like, what? Nope. Can't have a anti-racism one. That's not a keeper either. Damage to infested heat, critical chance, and projectile speed minus. Well, it's not as good as the one I have, even though the minus is definitely one I'd prefer having. I wouldn't mind minus IPS though. Like minus puncture, minus slash wouldn't be too bad. Interesting. No, thank you. Alright, let's try the Latra and see if it's kinder to us. I'm not too worried about this one. Like I said, it's serviceable. This would be better if we had a minus. Because then the other things would be higher. Minus multi-shot? No. Kuva gods seem to hate us today. Yeah. Yeah, the Kuva gods definitely hate us. Which endo do we have? We don't have enough for both. Out of curiosity. Ah. Is that... Do I have the normal Latrin? Damn, it doesn't tell you the disposition. Wait, have I never got around to mastering the normal Latrin? Alright. Good to know. I mean, I remember the Latrin Prime being pretty shitty for a long time before the Incarnate system came out. I see I used this on Ureli last. Yep. I recognize that color scheme anywhere. Alright, what about the... What's the Bubonico's disposition? 2. I mean, it's definitely worth putting on, right? I think we can all agree with that. Oh, what the hell? We'll do this one first. The reason why I did that specifically is because the Latrin Prime I know is already very strong. It doesn't need a Riven. The Bubonico, I'm not too sure about. But we do actually need to like invest in this a bit more, I think. Because I know it's pretty good. Okay, we want to do... Yeah, gas is fine. Unless we wanted to do blight. In which case gas becomes not fine. Well, we can still do that. Just need to get the ice thing on. I think blight is probably what we're gonna do. Why does this have... I mean, my god. Galvanized hell takes up so much space, dude. I mean, I have 3 mods to put in here. Crazy. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now we're starting to talk. For the radial attack, that's over 100% status. We're doing viral toxin blast. Okay, viral blast. I'm digging that. For these last 2 mods, what are we thinking here? What are we missing? Vigilante armaments for some extra multi-shot. Vicious spread for some of that. Probably not. We already have primed point blank. Shotgun elementalists for some free status damage. Probably a good call. Could put on magnetic for some anti-overguard. Put in toxic barrage for an extra status chance boost. Also increasing the weighting of toxin, so it probably will get priority over viral. That way we can trigger our primary blight more. Our crit's kind of low though, so we really only care about this multi-shot bonus. Still, gonna be a decent multi-shot bonus. And the crit's okay on the regular fire, but not the auto fire. What's the reload? 1.5 seconds. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I think we're fine there. Revive speed, yeah, that's really in the category of we need that desperately, of course, yeah. I think this is an obvious. We need that to go in. Beyond that, I'm implied to think vigilante armaments will be the best for us. But we shall see. We're gonna have to forma this once, twice more, I think. Yeah. Either way, too. Even if we go toxic barrage here. Alright, who would we want to put this on? I mean, Saren's the obvious choice. Maybe, ooh, I wonder what this is like on Araxia. Where's Araxia? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Kind of fits her in a weird way. This one we can do ESO for too, which is nice. Explosion. Kind of wacky. I remember. Is it 20? I go to places again? I don't remember how to do the leap anymore.
data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
Go for your extra amount of energy. Be pretty legit. Wish I could remember how to. Oh, it's shift. Okay, that's what it is. Right. Okay. Cool. Now I know. You need survivability when no one will see anything about you. My energy back, thank you. This is pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Guy's got Sevigal in here. Oh, there's some definite drop off, eh? Okay. Yeah. Nom 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 nom. Alright, we're max rank. We don't need to be here anymore. Spider-Woman does whatever a Spider-Woman does.
Hunter, you are running out of time. Enter the data conduit.
I don't know why, this just seems right, these two being together. Infested Arn and weird infested spider lady.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
Alright. That took us to 5. That didn't give us much. Are we sure? So that'll take us to... This will give us 6. That'll be 11. Means we'll get this. That'll give us 2, then this will make 5, which is 7. So we pretty much, unless you want to form a 3 times, we're pretty much going to be going into the toxic barrage strategy. I'm going to have to find me another Forma. Found the sauce. That takes us to 162.7% status. So the majority of the time we will apply 2 statuses per hit. And we fire how many projectiles? 2.9? So on the majority of the time, 3. So we should get like 6 status effects per shot. It's pretty nice. Gonna build up that blast pretty quick.
This is a stress test. Destroy all specimens as quickly as possible. In this
Oh yeah, my dog. My dog just killed everybody. I forgot. This is my test fit. Yeah, the dog's running around doing explosions off of the statuses that I would be doing. Although I'm not too sure if blast gas isn't also like a pretty good idea here. Nope. Die. It was a simple life, wasn't it? Oh. Interesting. Might want to add magnetic, honestly. Overguard does definitely seem to be an issue here. We're not even in still path, and XMI are already posing an issue. Good fitness. Wow.
I have opened a new data conduit.
Got the max rank in 1. Nice.
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
Not the bad.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
I mean, the critical chance isn't really helping us any, is it? Because we're spending a lot of our time in the radial attack thing. And it's just like the burst in general. So this Riven definitely needs to be re-rolled, I think. We need status chance. Toxin would be okay, I guess. Maybe I think I'd rather have like well, yeah, Toxin or one of these two. What if I do this? What if? That. Less damage per se, but chuck an elemental is going to make that be more than what it is. We get pretty much almost guaranteed 2 statuses per. There's quite a bit of damage drop off on the direct hit, but the actual radial attack doesn't take too much of a hit. And we go to a 43 mag, which is actually pretty sick. Oh, that does viral, eh? You get plus viral from Araxia. Out of curiosity, I wonder how this performs. We get added toxin damage from Araxia's 4. We get added viral damage from Nourish. It's not as good as the Kuva Sobek, which is obviously like just amazing for Araxia as far as the synergy goes. But well, that certainly was fun. Wasn't it? Did that look fun? Like being like a carpet bomber. What the heck is going on there? And then add like, whoops. Okay, I can't go there. All right. Can I go higher? Thank you. Add like that. Damage vulnerability just murders everything. That is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. I like that. That's really cool. I enjoyed that. Do it again. It really has trouble on this map. And 2 for the damage vulnerability, or not. Apparently there's a range there. Oh, the dog. Hold on a second. I gotta make sure we take the dog off. You have the dog? No, you don't. Okay. Let's just try without the dog then. Need my energy. Thank you. You still get the cascade, but it's definitely ever so slightly more delayed without the dog. The dog is going in there and just making the contagious bond spread go way quicker. That's a lot of fun. And imagine you use the Sciatid, which is kind of like her gun. Group them all up. Okay. Group them all up. Oops, wrong button. I'll be honest, I don't think that even changed the TTK at all. Are you still alive over there? Interesting. Hope we're not in the air. Guys at the back, you bastards. I mean, for very heavily enemies, yeah, very heavily armored enemies, that's pretty nice. It's not as fast as other things, but it's just something so fun about it. I don't know. I really like it. It takes pretty much like the whole magazine to kill them, though. It's a bit of an issue. Oh, well, man, this map hates Araxia. What the fuck? So many problems. Got a few procs. I mean, that's chewing through. Maybe. Gas is firing. Yeah, we can't really double up, can we? I don't know if that's worth it. Very similar. Yeah, it was a little bit faster. Maybe Merciless is better. Alright. Now we got some Merciless stacks. That was way faster. Way faster once you get Merciless stacks. Nice. Okay, that's definitely better. Is Toxin Blast necessarily the best? We already have viral. We add more toxin to it. Viral, I think, comes with it, right? Yeah, it comes with it. All right, just say we did. I wish there was a way I could get cold status. We could get the crit. Well, that's probably not worth it. Yeah, it's probably not. But the magnetic mod probably is better now. I have an idea. Viral gas magnetic. So, well, we lose a bit, but it's an idea. Give me your stuff. What happens if I spawn somebody in there right now? Look at them just taking numbers. Pretty good passive damage considering. Certainly nowhere near what a gas proc is capable of as far as ceiling wise, but interesting. What if we go... Where'd that toxin come from? Is that a snapshot of me being in this? Hold on a second. Killing reload, blaze. Where's the toxin coming from? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, okay, so it's basically got toxin. Okay. It becomes magnetic viral blast. Gotcha. With more reload speed, so maybe. Oh. Wait. Someone died. Oh, what the heck happened there? Oops. Came out of it somehow. Alright, try this again. That seemed much slower. Oops. With merciless stacks, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other version was better. Probably because of the status chance differences. So that was Scattering Inferno, Rigid Blast, Toxic Barrage, Blast Toxin. Do. Alright, so there's a couple things we could do here. I am actually interested in maybe trying out this one if I can find it. Going heavier into the blast. Now we're back up to 160% status. If we went with the Toxic Barrage, we'd have more though. 196. Alright, let's test them like this. Definitely needed help, but we had no merciless stacks. That was pretty quick feeling. They're very similar. Those two changes are very similar. That was fast. I kind of like the setup more because it's going to be a lot more of an everyman setup. It seems to do basically just the same as the other setup that focuses more into the blast. But the extra added toxin will be make it a lot easier to go past shields and whatnot. So it makes it more of an all-faction build. But it does lose the reload speed from chilling reload, which is nice to have, so... And, let's see what the other side is like. We were going to be using Oraxia. Actually, went on by 4. I mean, versus a normal group of enemies, the Kuvasobek's probably gonna win. Probably. Versus a group of 20 corrupted heavy gunners, it definitely feels like the Bubonico's gonna be better. I don't know, it's a tough one. I like them both. Hmm. Without Araxia, though. A little rough. Say the least. Taking me for fucking ever to kill these guys. Alright, hold on. Energy flames. Because Araxia, I think, comes with that like proc, right? The guaranteed toxin. So chews through much quicker. Because you're actually cycling through blast procs, which is interesting. If you add the damage vulnerability, yeah, the Bubonico without Araxia, I don't know about that. Maybe with like a Lavos situation, it would be better, but it's okay. But it's like, and versus like base steel path certain factions, it would still be fine. But versus like higher tiers, it definitely needs something quite interesting, like an Araxia situation. Doodly-doodly-doodly-doo. Anorexia. I kind of want to try this live. How does this do against like base steel path Grenier?
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Give me all your energy. I need to leave. This is not a good tile set for us. You're crazy. Ugh. I wasn't made for tubes. Get out of my way. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
I'm sneaky. You'll never see me. Rah! You have been eaten. Like, this is kind of nuts. But like, this is base steel path grenade. Oh, I can see me.
Activating it will buy you more time.
And the walls. I am the walls. How'd I end up up here? The heck? Let me down. I don't want to let me down here. What the heck? Oh, some horse shit. Nom nom. Ah!
Life support on the way.
Fuck up, motherfucker. That was pretty nice.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Hold on. Not you. Not Jade Light. Oh yeah, acolytes. How's this gonna work with acolytes? Oh, I see. Not like crazy well, but not bad because they can't see you, so.
The operative has just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work. When you are ready, go to extraction.
If I could use some more reload speed. Welcome to my nest. This is pretty fun. I do enjoy it. It's a different playstyle, that's for sure. Nom nom. Nothing like a Blitz Eximus. Very tasty. Starting to like that reload speed situation with the other loadout a little bit more. Yeah, I think that is better. Shall we be on our way? Sneaky, sneaky. What do you mean out of range? Don't give me that horse shit. You're just weird and buggy, okay? Just say what you are. Okay.
They fought well. Good
Yeah, I think that
deaths all.
the lean into blast, at least with Araxia, lean into blast more, take the reload speed, and then her 4 is going to give you the toxin procs anyways, so you might as well take it. Not the craziest KPM from what I could tell. Yeah, 544 in 8 minutes. Not super crazy, but it's the comfiest 8 minutes of your life at least. You're just creating webs of kill boxes and hanging out, waiting for people to come into your lair. It's very... it's very spidery. I give them credit where it's due. Killing reload. Where are you, you bastard? Your 5 cost? I didn't know that. That reload speed should help a little bit at least. 0.3 seconds. Or does it go from 0 to full? Is that what I'm to understand? Yeah, okay. Not bad. It's weird though. 0.3 seconds. That is 25% of 1.2 seconds. But the reload speed is supposed to be increased by 40%. Is there another reload speed increase around here? No. Of course, this will make the reload speed go... Wait. Oh. 0.3 seconds is 40% of this. Yeah, okay. That's what it is. The Merciless. Well, then I'm definitely glad we went with Merciless, too. All right, I think that's going to be better for quality of life. Status chance goes down a little, but I think we're okay with it. Yeah, I like this. The only mod that I'm actually like thinking about right now is Vigilante Armaments. As much as I love multi-shot, right? So this is 2.7 right now. Now it's 2.1. So 30% of the time, it would be pretty much exactly the same as where it is now. But is the incendiary coat? Yeah, it is one. Why are you at 9? Do I have some sort of legacy build here? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Here we go, even stronger. Now, I don't know for sure if 0.6 multi-shot is actually worth what appears to be a 33% damage increase. Well, let's see. So 70% of the time, it would be a 900 damage increase, right? %30 of the time, it would be a 900 damage decrease. Well, no, 300 damage decrease. No, wait, no. 600 damage decrease. So 900 versus 600. Right now, this is 10% of a 1,243 increase. 90% not. So, but it's 100% of the time of 300 damage each increase, which is going to be a 600 damage per shot. Or, per salvo, really. Because this fires 3, a burst of 3, right? So every time you fire, it fires 3. And that gets times by 2. So it's 6. So 300 damage times 6. 1,800 damage. So it'd be 3 times 3 at 900. Hmm. I mean, obviously 3 times 2 and 3 times 3 is pretty huge. You have a difference. As far as the damage would go. Multi-shot is very much king. Six times 1200 versus 9 times 900. Okay, well, let's just do the math then. Pretty similar. It's like 1,000 damage difference, roughly. Would I rather be screwed over 30% of the time? But 70% of the time get more damage? Or would I rather basically get just a little bit less damage 100% of the time and 10% of the time way more damage? I think we're going to leave it like this. I think this is perfectly fine. We get everything that we need out of this. The multi-shot versus more damage might be not the greatest idea. But it's not too far off. The difference isn't too far off ultimately, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Pretty fun build though. I like this. Is there anything that I would change in Neuraxia to help out with this new paradigm? So Archon continuity is going to make it so that our toxin damage is applying corrosive, which means we're reducing armor. So we could fully strip enemies very quickly if we wanted to put on green shards. Which I think almost all my green shards are on Saren Prime right now. And 88% extra toxin damage. 59% extra viral damage. Plus the damage vulnerability on the 2 is a 66%. We do multiply damage quite a lot. Adaptation, fast deflection keeps us... and Arcane Aegis keeps us alive in those moments that we're not in stealth. Arcane Bellicose is always going to be hanging out at 72%, so it's a huge increase right there, which means we're going to get more than... Well, actually, no, this is actually factored in, right? Yeah, it is. Wait, why does it say 32 to 100? What? Oh, because I'm not in my... Yeah, right. Not in my 4 right now, obviously, so I don't get the max health multiplier. But when I am in my 4, I will always get much more than that, so these are all be higher. Unless it's Silken Stride snapshots, in which case that would be sad. Natural talent. Casting speed. We don't really need that much, I don't think. What would I change it with, though? We could do like a heat inherent thing, couldn't we? That could be weird. That might be interesting to test. What would we put in there instead? No, we don't need any of that. Energy economy is basically 100% nourish, equilibrium, prime flow, plus the odd Mercy's Kiss. Quick thinking isn't terrible. You could probably actually get your way out of a lot of situations with this. What am I missing? Is there? Maybe I just need strength again. More strength. Where's Augur Secrets? The 7, right? Where are you? That also gives me the 40% energy spent on abilities to convert to shields, which helps with my shield getting situation. There's also actually weirdly a argument for catalyzing shields on this guy. On this lady, I should say. Because you can take that 1.33 second shield gate to just grab a wall. Actually would be a pretty good idea, honestly. Pretty dope. That would probably go where Augur Secrets is, so I need to Forma. You know, I could also... we don't have a crit-based gun, so Crepuscular wouldn't really help, because it's... I mean, it would give us 30% extra strength, don't get me wrong, but... What about shotgun situations? Oh, they all require critical hits, huh? We'd put in Mult Augmented, just strength on strength on strength. I like Aegis with fast deflection though. These three put together are kind of pretty decent. But I do want to try the heat inherent idea. Which would change our build somewhat. So let's do a config B. Although we'll copy it over because we're probably not going to change too much. So we'll call this blast and then heat. Alright, so what do we change here? We need to get this one by itself now. So... it's this one that has to move. So in that case, then... Never mind, incendiary go. To the end? Where'd the frost thing go? Alright, so that creates viral heat instead of blast viral heat. Do I want to maybe... That wouldn't be too bad. Then we could bring back... Oh. Magnetic viral heat. Heat takes the status priority. A 66% chance. And it'll apply twice. I almost feel like it's might be better for us actually to just try and just maximize heat, like in general. So how are we gonna do that? Still 66%. This one is guaranteed though, isn't it? Maybe not. At least it's one less. So this is pretty much guaranteed to do viral and heat. I guess that's actually a pretty good combination. Alright, let's see what that actually looks like. With Archon Vitality involved. We go back to Strata. Because heat's a really, really strong status effect these days. Very, very strong. Does all sorts of things for you. Chill, brother, chill. Alright, let's see how this goes. Couldn't tell what happened there. Oh, there's trucks here. Okay. Why is there trucks in my simulator? Interesting. Pretty good dot-wise. It's almost kind of like Baby Furious level shit. Wish we had more ways of adding... Oh, we do, actually. We do! I have another heat mod? No. What happens if I... Oh, you know, I need to put like something like this in here. Oh, no, I can't. That's gonna pretty much do that no matter what. Oh, yeah. Yep, should have seen that. I mean, I'm doing more damage right now than before. Let's just do it like this. See if it's actually worth it before I start thinking about what I want to put in that last mod slot. This is like basically going all in on heat. Just trying to make this as much of a heat proc situation. I mean, they pretty much kill themselves. After, like, the first few shots. I think it's slower, though. I'm not too sure if he inherits the way. This blast is just so strong, and we can get it to go quite easily. Oh, run out of energy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's faster. Yeah, with full stacks, it's definitely faster. Why I gotta take my energy every time we switch something? Now let's get our merciless stacks back. Oops. How that happened. Oh, look where I latched onto. That's nice. I don't know. Yeah, I think the blast version is better. Alright, well, we're going to undo that Araxia change then, because there's no point paying for Archon Vitality if we're not going to use heat procs. Just normal Vitality works. What do we have in here again? I'm not sure what we had in that slot. Oh, natural talent. Yeah, we don't really need natural talent. Casting speed is perfectly fine the way it is. This is probably the stronger play. Just more damage. You definitely don't need more range. The ranges on these abilities are actually kind of crazy. This one, not so much, but it widens quite a lot, so it's actually kind of like a lot more than you think it's going to be. I wouldn't want this to be any more than it is because then it would like start trapping enemies that are like off screen and I have no idea where they are, kind of a thing. Guys around corners and shit. I think it's perfectly fine. This one has a stupidly long range. I mean, 75 meters when you do the friggin' web sling or whatever you want to call it. It's crazy. Killing enemies causes them to burst with toxin. That's really the X factor. And it's why the Kuva Sobek is so good with her. He just sort of creates the explosion trail that Saren is good for. Like if we go back to the Kuva Sobek and then do a mission. Like let's do Draco again, right? It's gonna be probably better, I think, versus Grenier. It's especially in like something like Draco where they're sort of like line up as they get towards you, kind of a thing.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think we don't need to master shit.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
They're killing themselves for me. You know what I mean, you know, with the Sobek, you get access to acid shells and it just sort of plays itself. Let me get in here. Become part of the ceiling.
Get ready for a capsule.
It's almost too good. It spends too much time playing itself.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
It's a little dangerous, this area.
Tenno, prepare for life support. Another life support capsule is now available.
Why won't you die? Thank you. misery won't get the best of me. There we go. So what do you prefer? The Bubonico or the Subic? KPM is at least above 100 when it comes to the Subic. That's nice for the Subic.
Our operative is making progress. This will help our cause. When you
Almost
are
like a
ready,
little too
go to
lazy daisy
extraction.
because I find myself out of the invisibility form a lot because I'm just kind of watching. I'm Grenier watching. Yeah, KPM is definitely much higher. But it's kind of less fun. I mean, it's nice watching them just sort of like wreck themselves in a corridor with the constant looping of the Ashen Cells proc, but I kind of don't feel like I'm doing as much as I was in the other build. I've kind of replaced myself. Torment. Mr. Turn off my abilities, huh? Hopefully he doesn't get to see me ever. Fuck is he? There he is. Ah! That was spooky. Very consistently, pretty much 100 kpm.
our Tenno operative just found.
Wow.
They could not do
I think
this
we can
without
leave now. Once again, we've proven our point. Jesus, there's a lot of fucking shit in that corridor. Really hates tubes. This mechanic, I noticed. Nice traversal too, that is fun.
Very good.
A plus. I find myself torn between something that's clearly stronger at killing and something that's clearly more fun than the other thing. I suppose I should keep the stronger thing. But at least I have the option, if I do get so bored, to use the Bubonico. Which is also pretty fun. And I just like the way it looks on her, too. I don't know, it just looks like these things go together. It's like Nidus, right? Nidus and the Bubonico look like they were made for each other as well. Not bad. Fun Warframe. I feel like DE just gets better and better at designing Warframes, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is a cool one. I can't wait to see their next one too. I'm like perpetually in that state now where it's just like, well, the last one was a banger. Let's see what the next one's going to be like. That's a great place to be in, honestly. I think the last time they had a Warframe that came out that I was like, that doesn't look too interesting. I believe his name was Corvex. But apparently he's got an augment now that makes him okay. But I don't know if... I'll probably get him at some point. At some point. It's one of the few Warframes I think I haven't mastered. Actually, what is it right now? I know I'm sneaking up on it. 93 out of 108, so there's still 15 Warframes I haven't. Yeah, base Baruch. You'd think I would have Frost mastered with the fact that I have 14.9% of my usage with Frost. But apparently not. Dagoth, yeah. Hydroid, base Hydroid, Mag Prime. Never got around to getting Mag Prime. I got sick of playing Mag at the beginning. She was like my first Warframe, and I just got sick of her and stopped playing her. And then she was bad for a little while, and then she became good again. I do have to get Mag Prime, but she's vaulted now, so it might cost me a pretty penny. Base Nova, base Nyx, Octavia Prime. After playing Octavia, why would anyone want Octavia Prime? No, I'm kidding. I mean, she's really good, but... Well, she used to be a lot better, but she's annoying as hell. Corvex, base Saren. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, it's 93 out of 8 because I have like 2 or 3 people that have like level 29, right? Where are those? Yeah, Nidus Prime. It doesn't count. It has to be 30, so it's not actually 15. Nope, Zaku Prime is like that too. Oberon, rank 19. Yeah, I should get around to that. Pretty sure I still have that too. Jade, Korra, both 29. So it's actually more like, let's see, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Oh, 10. There's 10 Warframes that I still have to master. One day. One day I'll sell Riven for like 3k plat and just go, fuck it, I'll buy them all. Or I could refarm them, I suppose. Or farm them for the first time. Some of them I have pieces of. Some of them I sold their blueprints for a long time ago because I just didn't care because I had the Prime or whatever. I definitely had a phase in my Warframe career where it's like, if I had the Prime or I could farm out the Prime, I didn't care about the base. Because I've never been a MR farmer, right? I've said that a few times. That's just not me. But anyways, we did some forming, we did some testing, an ever so slight amount of grinding. I would have grinded for more, but I was the Steel Essence thing that I was gonna grind for today rotated out. So until next time, I suppose. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with me on the stream today. We're gonna end it here. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. So long, take care, and I will see you on the next stream.